All right. Hello, all, and welcome to this New Year's Talk Live with my sweet friend Mandy. Hi, Mandy.
Hello.
Mandy is
Hi,
from
hi.
Texas, and we have been doing these videos on my channel quite a while already. Do you remember when we did our first video, Mandy?
We've been friends almost 3 years. I think like a year and a half ago we started doing videos together.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much something like that. And it's been really, really good to make those videos with you, and I always like it. I don't know if this voice is a little bit echoing. Sorry about if that happens. But anyway, today we are here with Mandy, and we just want to maybe give you a little bit an update, and or Mandy can give her update where you are now on your journey. But also, Mandy has a new YouTube channel which I'm really excited about.
From
So,
yesterday.
yes. So, tell me all about that. And yeah,
Yeah.
let's go from
Yeah, I
there.
mean, yeah, well, hi, thank you. Thank you for having me like always. It is fun for me too. It's always been fun. Um, oh, now I hear the echo. Wait,
Is it better?
no, I don't. I just heard one little thing. Oh, there it goes.
Okay. Is it better now?
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Okay, cool. So yes, good to be here. So and I said this yesterday on my video that was, not professional at all. It was so fun though. It's fine. And it's fine. Like that's what I was trying to get across yesterday. It's okay just to do it and be scared and feel
So, yeah.
nervous because that's so normal. So I'm going to say a lot of things today, obviously, but
Yeah.
that is so important to know that like even though I was nervous yesterday and I just want to because I forget like and I was in bed last night. I even woke up this morning just kind of reflecting on the video and thinking I don't forget, but the way that we are now and how much we've evolved, how awful. I mean, I can really think about it and remember how bad the beginning was and how bad this journey can be,
Wow. Wow.
but we don't want to all the time. Yeah, we
Yeah.
we talk about it when we're trying to help other people and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but it really does feel like a distant
Yes.
memory, bad dream, nightmare.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but by saying that, I just want to give that for people that are watching the quitters because I know you have a lot of different types of people on your channel that have
Mm-hmm.
subscribed that aren't all quitters, but the ones who have quit and have gone through this post-acute withdrawal and anxiety and the rewiring where you just feel no joy, no motivation, lost your lack for life. I get it. And I just really want to start off by saying that because I said a lot yesterday, and I will make another video, just kind of recapping on that video because I think that's kind of fun, and because I don't edit, or maybe
Mm-hmm.
one day I'll edit. I don't know. So I just really want to give that, and we do. That's what we have been doing this whole. You've been doing for 4 years, and we've been doing for a year and a half. Is
Yes.
giving that
Yes.
support,
Yeah.
and so I guess I feel like I've just that like where I was yesterday because I don't know if my channel is going to be completely about support,
Yeah.
but it's just going to be about awareness and just kind of like evolving and growth because we're always growing and things like that. But I will make videos like that are specifically, I might do a symptom video just because and, tell my
Mm-hmm.
story.
Yes.
So, but yeah, so to just to say, I had been wanting to make a channel for even before I quit, and I didn't even know, it's just like, I'm going to make a YouTube channel. This was like 6, 7 years ago. I'm going to make a YouTube channel and I have all this stuff to say about intestinal, but I didn't even know. That, that's funny. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Did you hear who
Something.
that was?
Yeah.
Did you hear who that was?
No.
Okay. You know who it was.
Yeah.
Guru. Okay. Which I haven't talked to him in a while, which is really cool because I'm doing so much better. I don't need the coaching. And
Mm.
one thing that we were doing a lot of coaching about was what I was talking about yesterday, the behavioral stuff more so than symptoms, which is
Yeah.
really cool. Anyway, so yeah, like years ago, I wanted to make, because I had intestinal issues, I had PMS, so all these things, and I did understand anxiety and depression. I knew what that was, but I didn't, at that time, I didn't know that any of it was from stress and from the stress from caffeine.
Yes.
And so I just knew I wanted to talk about it. And I knew that I was kind of healing from the colitis. I knew that I could be in remission. I didn't really know that I could completely just not have it. And the fact that because I had it was just a stress response. It wasn't like I had it, but my type of body, whatever, because everybody reacts differently to
Yeah.
stress for
Yes.
whatever reason. And my body, that's how some people get rashes. I never got rashes from stress, but some people, my sister gets terrible eczema rashes when she's stressed.
Yeah.
Never had that. So I love that. And that's what is tricky about stress and about if you really want to. So many people get upset about the caffeine thing, but when you just look at it as stress, it's like, oh, well, we're all different. So that's why we can't pinpoint where it's coming from. But a
Yeah.
lot of it is from the underestimated drug caffeine. It is
Mm-hmm.
for a lot of people.
Yep.
And it's just affecting people in so many different ways that we can't all go, oh, it's that because we all have stomach issues. We all have intestinal issues. We all have
Yeah.
eczema issue, skin issues, whatever. We all have anxiety or PMS. No, it's all so different. Um, and so, yeah, I had been wanting to make a channel for so long. And then, boom, I quit cold turkey. Well, I quit alcohol a year before, and then I had some stuff, and then I quit caffeine cold turkey, even though I'd already been trying to quit. So, June of 2020, I quit everything and really started, went to the coma, went to the just what did I used to say? My life, my world went upside down.
Yeah.
My world just went upside
Mm-hmm.
down to get right side up better than ever.
Yeah.
And it's
Love
just a
that.
process. Yeah, but at the
Mm-hmm.
time I didn't know,
Mm-hmm.
and so then I go through all this stuff that very similar to what you have gone through, Ani, and many other people that we know. And oh man, I just wanted to make a channel and I wanted to write a book and I still do, and I still am. And I'm saying that I want to put that out in the world that like I am this, I am that. All these. And I
Yes.
love that because it really is about putting it out there and not saying, oh, and we could talk about that later. Like not
Yeah.
saying, oh, I don't need to make money. Oh, I don't need a lot. People do that, and it's like that's what I was talking about yesterday with the mindset and stuff. But I didn't really get into all of that, which I will. Um, so yeah, so then you and I meet and then it's like, oh, I could be a guest on your channel. And then we started doing that. And you and I throughout this journey have private messaged and
Mm-hmm.
been support for each other
Yes.
and learning boundaries with, just it's okay to say that, just a boundary thing. And like
Yeah.
I could never do that before, say how oh, I need to not
Yeah.
just setting boundaries or whatever. But we always knew we were going to stay friends. So
Yeah.
going through all that, making videos with you, and then still saying, just the quotes like, "I'm going to make my channel. I'm going to make whenever I make my channel." And then I finally just, I don't know,
Hmm.
something in me. Well, I kind of know. I think what really pushed me. I don't know if it was just time to do it. It was just
Yeah.
ready because I've been saying it for forever, right?
Yes.
Um, but right before New Year, because for many months and years in the beginning, all I did was look up caffeine stuff, and healing stuff.
Yes.
And then for I say about the last year, I've been watching a lot of those like videos that make me laugh,
Mm-hmm.
the kind that you just scroll and scroll, which I don't really like that for forever. I was getting kind of worried, like, oh, I don't, because I know people can get addicted to
Yeah.
those
Yes.
shorts, those funny videos. But I don't think that's the case. I think that when we're busy, so I'm not really worried about that. But I just loved how I was transitioning to more fun stuff because especially like in the wave, those kind of video, my mom would show me like a cute dog video and I'd just be like, whatever, like that's so stupid or like,
Yeah, we
and for that,
couldn't because our brain was just so disconnected, healing in
so
that time. So that's why.
so disconnected. So disconnected, and I felt it, and it just felt. I'm just like, what is this? Like, why can't I like think that a puppy's cute or this funny video? I know it's funny, but it's not. It's not funny. I was like,
Yeah.
I, life was always lying to me. Things that I thought were funny or fun. So anyway, the fact that I'm laughing again, I just think the dorkiest thing is just so cute, and I send them to people. You know, I send them to my loved ones, like, and then they'll laugh. You know, ha.
Mm-hmm.
And so that all came back. And then, so just right before New Year, I started, which I never had before, I started looking up different, because I was looking up stuff like with Gabor Mate and
Mm-hmm.
about trauma stuff. So I was into that for a while. And then that got kind of, like, oh, I feel like I've kind of graduated from the the knowledge of all that.
Yeah.
So I was wondering about books. Like, I want to kind of get away. And yes, here I am going to making videos and being in front of a screen, but I don't want to like research
Yeah.
YouTube information. I want to read books and I want to go outside and be outside more and read books. So
Yeah.
I started looking up not just like self-help books, but personal discovery and then wealth knowledge started kind of coming in the mix. So I have like all this information about all these books, and I kind of looked up all these different videos and kind of did like an estimate or like the average of what was the most popular book, which I saw Atomic Habits and was very popular. Just all these books that just seemed to be the most average one with all the videos.
Mm-hmm.
Plus I got like 200 books that were really popular. It's crazy. I just kind of went down a rabbit hole with that. But then the wealth stuff started popping up. And I was like, oh, maybe I'm not ready for that yet. But then I started watching this one guy's video who I talked about yesterday, but I didn't say
Yeah.
his name. And I'll say it now, but I'll say it on my channel too. I just didn't give him but it's Myron Golden. And
Mm-hmm.
I love him. I think he's cool. He just speaks to me. And so that's where I'm at now, which I think is really cool. It just kind of happened. And he talks about God, and he reads from the Bible, and he's like, that really is, because there was people in comments when I was looking up all the books saying the Bible's really the only book we need, and he
Yeah.
says that
Love
everything
that.
else is a replica.
Love that. There
Love
is
that
there
because
is
it's
one
true.
question to you from Mikko.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Krampus, you if you don't know how to be nice, then you have to go. There is one person who sometimes troll, but sometimes I let that guy be because he's like
Oh,
he
what did he say?
he said I would do Mandy.
I would do me? Oh, you would do me?
Yeah.
You know what's so funny about that? When I was younger, like in junior high and high school, and somebody said that to me, I thought it was a compliment.
Okay, so that let's take that compliment. Then he said,
So,
"But
okay.
I'm more into Annie." Krampus,
Uh,
remember, you can be here if you are nice, like always. But Mikko asked, how did Mandy found out negative effects of caffeine?
mm, well, that's a good question. I never knew my whole life. And so probably around like I'm 45, almost 46, and around 33, I had really bad, well, I always had really bad PMS. And my mom told me at 33, I think you have PMDD. And so let me try to answer this question pretty quick and not do my rambling because I can. So I started doing research about how to heal naturally from PMDD. I found out that just coffee, because again, I was ignorant about caffeine as being a drug and being caffeine as caffeine until I fell off the mountain and learned.
Yeah.
So the protocol was like certain supplements, which we don't believe in that. We don't believe in supplements. But at
No.
the time, it was like 5 things, like diet, exercise, supplements, getting off just coffee for PMS, something else. So I was like, okay, coffee. Yeah, that makes sense. But I think I tried to quit. I quit sodas which the only reason I was quitting sodas back then was from the sugar. I didn't even know that there was caffeine in sodas. So just this whole thing for like 7 years. And then I fell off the mountain. Like I started having really, I mean, I'd always had anxiety. I just didn't know what it was. But I was functional. And it was when I quit everything and started having healing symptoms, which they were always healing symptoms, but the body was really going into the healing. Then that's when I found out. That's when I really started learning because what was the exact question again?
Like, how did Mandy found out negative effects of caffeine?
Yeah. And so then I just really started piecing together how awful caffeine was for my body and all the things that I started healing from, like the intestinal stuff and the PMS and the stress and the this and the that, biting my nail, like
Yeah.
all kinds of things I started healing. And that's how every year getting better and better. And that's how I knew, wow, I was really being affected by this underestimated drug. So that's how.
Yes. Sometimes it's weird in this caffeine journey how it happens suddenly for many people. Some people, like, we are a little bit older, but then there are people who are younger and they're just like, wow, can this be really happening? And that's
Yeah,
how
it's true.
sneaky
It's
drug
true. I
it
mean,
is.
no one knows until they go through it. I mean, even if I always wonder if someone would have told me in my 20s that it was really from the caffeine, like not just coffee. Oh, because even the articles that I was finding, it's like just quit the coffee for the PMS. But even still with that, they weren't getting into detail of like, blocking this and the neurotransmitters and how much of a drug it is and how our sleep is terrible on it. And so I just didn't, um, yeah, I
And
just
it
didn't get it.
restores the body. That's that's
And yeah, like, ooh,
so wow.
yeah, that's
Hell of a
the
drug.
crystal, the crystals, the byproducts, the fact that's how sneaky it is. People, that's why there's no research on it or not a lot, and it's not mainstream because, and I think that I don't think we ever talked about this when we've been talking about the byproducts, but my mom and I that's the loophole that caffeine industry. I don't even know if I should be, getting that out there. It's kind of scary. Like
Yeah.
that's the loophole where they can say, oh no, caffeine's not dangerous because it's not directly from the caffeine. It's the byproduct. It's like the
Yeah.
reaction, kind of like
Yes.
the PMS. It causes the stress, which causes the reaction. But so the byproduct of the uric acid that it builds and the other the xanthine or whatever it is,
Paraxanthine, yeah. That's
paraxanthine, thank
literally
you,
uric acid. Yeah.
that creates these byproducts in the body, or that is the
Oh.
byproduct that creates these crystals. So they can't really track it that it's
No,
from the caffeine.
because
So
it goes
it's this loophole.
everywhere, so the symptoms can be very individual because you don't know where the byproducts go. So they can be in your brain, in your tissues, in the bones, in the everywhere. So you can have symptoms in pretty much with or every single organ. Like
Yeah, yeah,
when
yeah, and that's the reason why. I mean, which is what I said in the very beginning, is that it comes up. That's why it's so tricky that we all kind of have different stuff from it, different
yeah.
reactions from it, because it goes in different.
And
And
then,
that information.
we have, with many of us, we have this falling off the mountain high anxiety that not everyone has. This also has it. Like I always say, this journey is like so. It can be so different with everybody. Some people doesn't have this high cold turkey falling off the mountain anxiety, and some people just can have some symptoms, and then some people can have like huge symptoms because we did have that really high anxiety. But it's all healing. When you quit the
Yeah,
caffeine and you have to quit all the mind altering drugs, then your system starts to regulate, go back to
yeah,
basics.
it does. It does. Finally, and it's hard. It's
It's
very
hard.
that going back to homeostasis is. Whew. I bet. Hey, here's the thing. Here's how much kind of what I was talking about yesterday when that about like ego, or is it the nervous system, like caring about what people think.
Mm-hmm.
And when Crumpus said that, it's like, oh, a compliment for a put down or whatever. But it's like, it really. it just goes with what I said yesterday. It really is just people's opinion. Like I was afraid you were going to say this person thinks I'm got something going on or I'm just completely dog ugly or something, you know? And
No.
even if they said that, but like, even if they said that, I have to like love myself. And
Yeah.
when we get more recovered and we are in that parasympathetic state, we do naturally, and nothing bothers. Like, okay, things are going to bother us, but I think we can direct our energy to like, oh, I don't want that to bother me. I don't want to worry about that.
Yeah.
That is just their opinion for
Yes.
whatever reason. And so that's something else that like when I was talking about, I wrote it down when I was talking about, and you had commented your sweet comment to me in my on my uh,
Oh, it's
video on it.
echoing. I try to fix
Oh,
it. But let's keep speaking. Yeah.
yeah. So your sweet comment really reminded me that because I was telling my husband about it. I was like, yeah, it's like what I talked about a lot yesterday was I was shushed as a kid and really never able to say how I felt. But here's the thing, this is what I didn't really finish talking about. Even though I was shushed, I still spoke my mind. You know, I was still kind of what I was called bratty, you
Mm-hmm.
know, or I would be told, you know, you'd argue with a brick wall. And because I still, and then I was like, okay, something's, because my authentic self was always trying to come out, you know, it was always trying to be, but I kept being shut down, kept being shut down. So when I was telling my husband yesterday, you know, I have a problem saying how I feel. And he goes, no, you don't. And I was just like, oh yeah, that's not really exactly what it is. I say how I feel. It's the reaction of others of how they feel back to what I say that I couldn't handle. And that just goes to show letting go of the control of what other people, that's the freedom, letting other people say how they feel back. Is it still echoing?
I don't know. I for me it doesn't, but maybe a little bit. But keep
And
speaking.
there's this other part of me that I didn't talk about yesterday, but I want to talk about. I want to make a whole video about it, about dumbing myself down, uglying myself down, um, to make others feel more important because I didn't want to be looked at. There was people in my life that if I was smart or if I was dressed up and looked really pretty, it would make them feel uncomfortable. And I
Yeah.
got that in my life. I felt that resistance. And I learned quickly that if I dumb myself down and ugly myself down, that I will get along better with people or whatever. And I noticed that even now, and I said it yesterday that I don't, you know, I'm not wearing makeup or dressing up. And it's like, why not? I mean, maybe I will do that more because I feel more elevated to do that, like more confident. And I mean, but neither one of us, we wear makeup. I mean, a lot of girls, they wear a shit ton of makeup to make them look the way they look. And we're very
Yeah.
natural. And I feel like for me, I kind of, I don't know if I should say prided myself on that, but I love the fact that I don't have to wear like a shit ton of makeup just
Yeah.
to be me and to be natural and to feel comfortable in my skin. But some women do.
Yes.
And like they cannot go out of the house without any
Hmm.
makeup on, you know?
And
But
kids
that's
too.
all.
Little kids too do that
And little
already.
kids now. Yeah. And I do want to bring awareness to that. But I think that there was this lady that I was following, and she said that when women wear makeup, they're 30% more, 30 or 40% more to be listened to, or something like that. So she was getting her hair and her makeup done. And I think that, just my opinion, I think that like maybe when we come, for me, when I get to a different place, maybe with financial stuff, I might dress up more. I might
Of
do
course.
that. But also now that I'm older, I feel like when I wear makeup, it makes me look even older. So that's kind of another
But it's
thing.
I
But
think it's your like individual, it's private thing. You can do that or not, and it
yeah,
shouldn't be like that other people like decide who you are. Like you do what
yeah.
you do with that.
Well, I think it's so funny because for someone who does like compliments or someone who doesn't want to be put down, I still don't do it. I still don't not wear makeup. it's not that I think it's just funny that I'm that way deep down, because maybe that's not really the real me. That's the most authentic me, to where I can get on a video and not wear makeup with the fact that, or sexy clothes or whatever, with the fact that somebody might not give me a compliment like that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's like that just goes to show how petty the sexual and the compliment. So I'm so glad that person said that, and that's why
Thank
what I
you,
said yesterday.
Krampus. See,
Yeah, because
there
you
is
bring
something
that.
good comes out from you for sure.
It does. And that's what that guy, Golden, Mr. Golden, is saying, Myron Golden, about, and not that Compass was being a naysayer, but even comments or stuff that aren't even aligned with kind of what we're talking about, is important, because it can really get you to think and understand, like, okay, why am I feeling this way? When that person said or did that, like, why am I feeling this way? And that's how we heal. But we can only, in my opinion, that's what I was saying yesterday too, we can only do it, we can only get to that healed place if we're free from substances that keep us stuck in the mindset.
Yeah. And I did
So
really
cool.
love your video about when you were speaking about all that, because I know that in my case, one behavior that I have from childhood, um, I don't trust people. I'm just very like it's my like pleasure to be introvert and just go out from the people and just leave everything behind. That's where I'm most comfortable because of my survival.
Yeah.
And now I have been learning with you that I have started to trust you in this journey, because I don't trust many people and I don't have many friends, but I have been able, because my nervous system have been regulated more, so I have been actually starting to enjoy more, like that I actually need people, because before I was always like, no, I don't need anybody, I don't trust anybody. But in this journey,
Yeah.
when we have been so weak, not anymore, but it was really hard to, not being able to trust or not wanted to connect, but still you needed help.
Yeah. Oh,
So
right. And
yeah, this
yeah,
is
I can
echoing for
imagine.
sure, but that's why I'm a little
Oh
bit.
no. Really? See, it's not on my end. I wonder if it really is, like, once it gets, because I know it's alive, but once it gets for other people to watch later. The
Yeah,
echo is annoying.
it is. Keep speaking. I will check out Riku. I ask how it sounds in the other,
Okay.
but just keep speaking. So a second.
Yeah, it is interesting how it's such a survival skill like that we learn, and that it is so important to have the connection. And I can just imagine, and what Ani was saying about going through this and needing that help, but then being an introvert. Because me, I think naturally I'm more extroverted, but I don't know if that was something that was kind of a learned behavior, to be funny and goofy and put myself out there and just be silly Billy, and or if I really, and when I drank alcohol, of course I was more extroverted, but then during a certain time in my PMS I would be more introverted. But I'm learning the real me. And so I think oh, now I hear it.
Is it okay now?
No, I hear it now.
No, better.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Better. Yeah. For me, on my
Yeah.
end, I don't know. Okay. What did he say to do?
He's gaming, so he doesn't now have
Oh,
to.
he's like your IT guy. He's like he's like my IT
Sometimes
guy.
he is when he has time, but yeah.
Yes.
Nah.
Um, and that's another thing too. I think, just a little side note about that. When I was on everything, I needed things now. Like, no, come help me now. I need it, and I'd get all
Mm-hmm.
freaked out. I need now, and I didn't have those boundaries for other people of with my time, and it made it feel like it was a rejection on me if they said no. I didn't understand. Like, I had to have it my way. That's bratty.
Yeah.
I mean, that part is bratty. That's immaturity. That's just. But I think it's also the nervous system of, like, you're rejecting me. You're no, they just don't want to do it right now. And now I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, I don't. It's so cool. And I could not have been to this place, if I wanted to quit.
Yeah.
That stress level, where I was with my nervous system, that maturity was not there, because our brains are not developing when we're on drugs, I think. So it's like so immature and
It
insecure.
is.
needing our way. We're not bratty because we want our way. We really feel like we can't breathe, you know? And I mean, that's how I felt back then. And then now, when someone tells me no, it's because they don't want to. It has nothing to do with me. But before, I thought it had everything to do with me, like it's rejection, when it's just them. So
Yeah.
cool. So cool.
Yeah, we have been growing so much. For me too, I was before like I had that behavior since very long time that when I'm a kind of bossy, like what I want, like I want the things happening in my way, and if I do yell that something's not gonna work, it's just something that I have learned. But now when the
Yeah.
nervous system is more calm, I just feel that it's easier to me to just not argue or yell or
All right.
it's
Yeah. It's so different. It's so
so
cool.
nice to be in calm. It's nice to for me be so calm because I'm very stubborn person and very like high temper person. So I love to be able to calm down.
Me too. And I was high tempered too when I had the hormone thing. And now I just notice in my relationship, especially my husband, where I'm way more rational and calm. And a lot of it was just being in my emotions, which women are naturally more emotional, which is
Uh
normal.
its echo comes like your because you don't have headphones, so that's why it's like comes there
It
and
never but it never did that before.
yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. Did you have anything like different settings before like
I don't know. I don't think
and you
so.
have the same mic?
Yeah, it's just my computer. It's not very good. I have a mic that my husband has downstairs. I'm gonna get that again up here and
Yeah,
do
don't worry.
better.
Don't worry, don't worry. It's okay. It's
Oh,
okay.
do I need to go get it? Maybe I should try to get it. It didn't work though. I remember something like it wasn't working with my computer for some reason. I really need to get that all figured out.
No, I think it's good. It's good. It's
Should
not
I
too bad.
try? Should I try to plug in the headphones that I
Yeah,
do have and
maybe try that. Maybe try that
just see that if
because
that helps,
yeah,
even though I might not
let's
hear
see.
hear it.
Yeah, let's see. So I will
Helps.
watch. Okay.
Are people commenting and saying that they hear an echo, or is it that you hear? The headphones that
Yeah,
I do have and just see.
try that. Maybe try. Yeah, they are commenting that there is echo,
Oh no.
but maybe there isn't now.
Is there now? People comment,
Comment something. Is it echo or not?
please.
I hear it a little bit, but
See, I don't hear it.
well, it's like sometimes it is, and now I don't hear it. But when you start to speak, I hear it a little bit. I try to put these volumes a little bit down. Okay.
How many viewers are there right now?
There are 6.
Yay. I wonder if are there any other comments?
No. Jaakko says that I can hear an echo. Yeah, then this is a really, I know that is really bad to watch if there is an echo. I don't know why. But Riku said basically it comes from your, because we had to take these voices from the Discord, so it basically comes from like there in your microphone, or it comes like, I don't know if you hear like my voice comes throughout in your computer.
Uh-uh.
I don't know. Yes, I don't know why it wasn't doing this before.
I'm reading what the comments say now. Now I can hear the echo.
Yeah, because I did unplug my headphones.
Oh.
So maybe we can try
I
to.
don't know what to do.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Because sometimes I hear it, but not all the time.
Is it better now,
Yeah.
Ryako?
For me, it is.
Okay, so I wonder if Crumpus, I just am curious because this is fun. I don't know why it's fun. Because he said behavior is overrated. So what's your Crumpus, can you just tell us what's your deal? Like, are you on substances or do you like what's your deal? Are you trying to quit? Now the echo is gone. Yay. But
Yay!
it might come back. If you could just share since we're, putting ourselves out there and you're just behind a computer screen typing. I just want you're not being a butthole or anything, but I just think you're kind of funny. I'm just curious because of your way it's different from like the other viewers that comment. So I'm just wondering like how you found the channel and I'm just curious. I'm a curious person.
Maybe he did fine because my awesome rap videos, which are
Right? And
which
so
are
he's
not true.
he's 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 finished, right?
Are you finished, Krampus? I think you are.
Maybe not. How is he?
I think he is, but I'm not sure. But I think he is. He is.
Yeah, let's see if he
He
comments.
have been in
Let's see.
before in my life.
So there's six
He
people now
speaks
or five people now?
6 people.
Six people.
People doesn't really like our. No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no. They like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat a little bit, but
That's mindset.
don't let.
Ooh, I'll have some of my smoothie. Maybe we can do, those monk bangs or whatever when people eat on the
Yeah,
camera.
like
People
all the.
like that. Like if you
That's
yeah, like if
crazy.
you sit in your car, you just like stuff your face. Cause I was eating some wings last night, some chicken wings, and I can go to town on some chicken wings. Or like I don't know. I think I've asked you before if you have crawfish
Yeah,
there,
I think we have.
crayfish.
Yeah.
And they could do like an Asian sauce and or there's like the Cajun. Like I can go to town on some of those.
You had to
I
do
could do
those
a
kind
thing.
of videos where you are eating.
Yeah,
Nobody
I
wants to
will.
watch me eating. Like that's just, like no.
Yes, they do. They might.
Why? Why
That,
some? I don't do that. I can maybe do sometimes when I eat Finnish pizza. That's fun.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's so funny. You have to do it. I think you have to kind of like do it in your car though. People do it in their car. These
Okay.
they're called mukbangs. That's kind of an old thing.
Yeah, and they eat all kind of stuff. Like
Yeah.
Rico said that Mandy, you can try to. Oh, wait a second. I will watch what he says. We are putting messages in Discord because he's in a game. So with your voice settings, that you can try to put that it doesn't take so easily in the background noise. Can you do that in your voice settings? Put a little bit
Can I do what? I'm sorry. Can I do
in
what?
your voice settings. So he said that
Um,
you can put a little bit like the sound maybe
where do I do
that
that?
it doesn't in your voice settings. Do you have there in your computer you have the voice settings?
I am so computer illiterate. Where is that? Is that bad? Is that bad?
There is some kind of like
Because it's still happening again. It's happening again. It
it's
comes and goes though.
it's happening, but it's because your background noise and you should
Oh,
like
is it maybe because I have my volume up really high? Could that
yeah
be it?
yeah your volume, and there is like you should be able to put the background noise milder there in your voice settings.
I just don't. I'm so sorry. I don't know where voice settings is.
Like where you put your voice like upper and downer, go there in the right corner in your computer in the right
I
corner.
just haven't I turned it down, but I know how to do that, but I don't know where like the voice settings is. I need
Well,
my IT
it's
guy.
okay. You can ask Matt later. We can do
Well,
just do.
is it better
It's better.
since I turned
It's
the
better.
volume down?
I don't know. It's better, but I don't hear it now.
Since I turned the volume down?
Yeah, I think so. Yuppie Star, hey, congratulations, Mandy, for her new YouTube channel. I look forward to her video.
Oh, thank you.
Yay.
Thank you for the support.
Yes. And of course, all subscribe. Subscribe Mandy's channel. This is an order. Andy gets mad and nobody likes that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Who knows when my channel is gonna go down, because yesterday my vaccine video was taking away.
Oh, shit. Dang.
I did get one warning. But we know why is that. So, yeah, and in the future I will put those kind of videos in Odyssey, just in case, because I don't want to lose this channel. So.
Right. Well, yeah, I was wondering when I saw that.
Yeah. But
that is okay. Interesting.
Yeah, that's just, we know why it happens. The censorship. Hi, Pablo. Long time no see. What's up, guy? Pablo, yay. Haven't seen you around. How are you?
Hello.
Really nice to see you. Been wondering that. I lost my Discord password. Oh, because I was really worried. I was like, where is Pablo? Haven't seen you around. Hope all is well.
There he is.
There you are. Yeah. Happy New Year.
Pablo, are you caffeine free? Are you on a healing journey?
I'm okay. Had a bad relapse. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
But good
that's part of it.
That's part of it for sure. But happy to see you.
20 years. I just didn't know I was relapsing.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes time before the final cut happens.
Oh, yeah.
I think echo is gone now. I don't hear it.
It might have been because my volume was cranked up.
It was. Good, Mandy.
Because I had it.
Good.
Yay.
Okay.
Thank you.
This sounds. We are really IT. We are IT guys here.
Right?
No, we are not. We don't get anything.
I don't even know where my volume settings are. My husband gets so mad at me. He's like, Mandy, sometimes he'll ask me questions or tell me to do something. I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, that is, like, especially when I was in school, he's like, you should know some of this stuff. Like, that is like common, normal knowledge. I'm like, sorry.
Yes, yeah, no cold turkey. No cold turkey. Yeah, don't do that. Wean down slowly.
Wean
down slowly.
With the intention of definitely quitting, but wean for sure. Yeah.
It's more safer way.
It's so hard on the body. Mixing time. Oh, good.
Tiny bits of coffee, gradual decreasing with teachino. Yeah.
That's smart. My mom still drinks teachino. She's 3.5 years free now.
What is that teachino? I haven't. We don't maybe have that here. I don't know.
I never tried. I never tried to do the herbal teas. I just stuck with water.
Yep.
It's like yes, I want to quit, definitely. Good.
Yes. Amazing. And you can.
I just know that some people can, wean and then they never jump off because it's hard. But yeah.
It is.
It's like little sticks and herbs and like I can look up the ingredients.
No. Yeah, I can look at it later.
For weaning, and supposedly it tastes the closest to coffee that there is out there. One of them. It's roasted chicory. Yeah.
Yes.
Carob, almond figs.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, and I can check that. Yeah.
I do. I think I've talked about this before. There was this couple when I was in junior high, my friends, neighbors. Well, they were my neighbors too. They talked about carob, and I think they told me they were caffeine free. I think they were talking about caffeine, and I think that it was just like, because I was like, you don't eat, I think I remember questioning, like, you don't eat chocolate. And they were like, no, we only use this carob stuff, or like hot chocolate and these carob bars. And I just remember I was like 13 years old, and I remember like, why? Why don't you eat chocolate? Like, why don't you eat cocoa? And they're like, I think they were explaining about caffeine, but I
Yeah.
don't really remember. But I remember they'd say carob, and they made me taste it, or I tasted it, and uh, put, I think marshmallows or whatever. But that is something to. I did get these carob chips, I think last Christmas. I felt like making cookies for my in-laws. But it has so much sugar, and I don't really eat sugar.
Yeah.
So I was gonna kind of try to do that for like a substitute. Um,
I'm eating
I
this
wish that.
kind of sesame halva. This is really good
Huh.
if you want to eat something tasty. This also helps like those urine
I
acids
never.
to kind of go in the colon with
Oh,
sesame seeds. It's sesame seeds.
oh,
You know sesame seeds.
yeah.
It's honey and
I've just never
sesame
heard of.
seeds
I've
halva.
just never heard of that brand or whatever.
Yeah, but you have definitely have it. This maybe it's a different
It's
kind
like
of.
it's sweet.
Yeah, but it's honey and sesame seeds.
Mm,
Sesame.
mm.
I don't know how to say in English. Sesame seed.
Sesame seeds. Mm.
I like rooibos tea, Jaakko says. Yes.
Hmm. I just never.
I
I
wasn't
think I
never tea
tried a mix.
person. I was always
Yeah,
coffee and chocolate person.
yeah. I would drink green tea, lots of green tea,
Yeah,
or iced
lots.
tea. I did. I guess being in the South here, it gets hot. Like we're very big on our like black iced tea with so much caffeine.
Yeah.
Like I would have two or three or four big ones at lunch and just be jacked up with all the.
Yes, I love halvas. Yes, halvas. Halva.
Oh,
Halva, yeah.
I need to look that up.
Yeah.
I've never really seen that. I don't know why. Is that something in Texas, like in the United States? Is it more?
I think so. I think so. It's everywhere. I'm not sure, but maybe it's a different name. But it's
Mm.
like a traditional in Greek. They make it in Greek because they use a lot of sesame seeds. I think.
Oh, is it like baklava? Kind of, kind of, because it has the honey, the baklava.
I will Google it in English. What is it?
Um, I tried peppermint tea, I think, in the beginning, and it felt too stimulating, so I just stayed away from herbal teas. I was scared. I was scared of them.
It says English. It's sesame seed halva or sesame halva. So you should find that in that name. I asked, is it in
Interesting.
Texas? Onko sitä Texasissa?
Let me
Yeah, you
see.
have that Central Market, Target, and Amazon. Target where you can. It's
Yeah.
Achwa mark. It says mini bars, but you have to of course watch the ingredients. But this says that you have that Central Market and
Tahini.
Target.
Oh yeah,
Tahini
because
also is like something
is
that
the
it's
paste. That's
your
the
paste.
sesame
I
paste.
have that
Yeah.
too. That's different. I can show what tahini looks like the different tahini.
This is probably in the Mediterranean aisle. Turkish. It's very. I might try that with some honey. I've gained
So
so much weight,
mm,
so I don't want to.
this is like the tahini, which is only salt and
Right.
sesame seeds.
Yeah, when I used to make my own hummus, I made homemade hummus, I would get the tahini paste.
Yes.
Yeah, baklava is so good. I have actually, because I haven't had any sweets like with sugar, but I have had a bite of baklava.
What is
You know what I
baklava? I
have?
don't know what is baklava.
It's like it's like phyllo dough, and then they do the honey or the rose water, and they put I think sesame, and then what's the other? Not pistachio. Is it pistachios? What is it, Pablo? Tell me.
I'm not sure if I have. Hattie.
And it's like little nuts on top, and it's real sweet because of the honey and the rose water.
Yeah.
And then the phyllo dough, it's like the really thin little phyllo dough layers. It's real flaky.
Okay.
It's very popular in Mediterranean, like Greek and Lebanese.
Okay, maybe then I have tasted some point maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, if you have any questions now, like, of course, like, because I never know who is watching, like you who still have a lot of symptoms, you are still always welcome to ask whatever. Even we are now with Mandy, I think we are a little bit like past speaking about all the time symptoms and but it doesn't mean that when we are on here, you are all welcome to just.
And I think we've just given so much good, but yeah, always welcome. But I think we've given so much good information about it's just anxiety, it's just stress, it's just the healing, it's just the body's upset. And to give that reassurance,
Yeah.
I hope that it's helped, people understand a little bit better and give them a little bit. Miss Mandy live in Idaho. No. Why? No, Krampus, I asked you a question and you didn't answer me.
Yeah, you have to
I thought
answer.
I thought you left.
No, he's there in the background for sure.
So funny.
Sneaky man.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
I did want to say, so I'm not going to answer until you answer my question. Thank you very much.
Yep. Setting boundaries. That's good.
Setting those, right? For sure. Hello. And I did want to just briefly mention, because of what I said yesterday in my video about workout intolerance with caffeine, which we talk about.
Yes, we talk about.
That's something that I'm gonna, with my channel,
By the way, I still am not able to work out like fully, like I said, like people can think, oh, what is this? But yeah, my energy levels is still last one to heal. Last one, energy levels and my sleep. I still sleep really deeply, but sometimes I wake up and now I go sleep very late. Some reason I can just not get sleep earlier, but then when I go to sleep, then I sleep late. But just that is just my journey. Like I always say, we have different kind of symptoms, and we can also have a different length of the journey. But that's where I am. But I'm really motivated and happy and peaceful. But still healing.
Same.
Still healing.
Yeah, it's just different. And I just really wanted to say that when we say we're still improving or healing, it's not the same. Is it normal to get completely?
Yeah.
Yes, it is normal.
Yes, it is very normal.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I kind of had that on caffeine, and I didn't know what it was. Like if I'd go to yoga, I'd always have to have water, and then I'd always have to go pee before my yoga class, even though I had just peed. It was like a very anxiety, but I was very functional. And then sometimes I feel like I have to pee when I don't have to. And I think that's just, that's normal.
Yeah, it's normal. And it's normal even later in the journey. New symptoms can pop up. Old ones can sometimes pop up and go and come. But then also, for me at least, still sometimes something new comes and then I'm a little bit freaking out. Like, why my teeth hurts? Or why have this weird tingling in my front head here? And I had so many brain symptoms in this. So, but now in this part of my journey, I'm not worried anymore if something, because my anxiety is so mild. So something comes up.
Me too. It's always something. And so what I said yesterday, which I'll say again, and I'll say many other times, whenever it's something we're questioning, it's not normal, then it's not. Then that means it's normal. If we're questioning it, just to kind of help you. And I know we still like to answer, have our questions answered.
Of course.
But that's making more and more sense to me the more I'm coming back to myself. Because I love that recovery means, it doesn't mean you're free from drugs. It means you're coming back to yourself. That's what the true word recovery means. Like that's
why I love, I know that you can use many terms in this journey, are caffeine injury or healing after caffeineism, and all that is part of everything, detoxing and rewiring in the nervous system and the systems of the body. But I like rewiring, and like you said, new wiring,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
rewiring is kind of that when everything kind of are trying to find the new way of communication, and that's also the neuroplasticity and everything, and that's why it's teeter-totter. That's why sometimes the connection is like we feel,
Yeah.
oh, I have a good day, and yeah, this is our good moment, and then it still needs to rewire, and that's what this
It
is, a long
does.
journey.
That's exactly what it is. It cannot just all heal at one time. Yeah, it's so good to know that. And
or detox. You cannot detox everything. It's of
at
course
once.
depends how
No
much you
way.
have those rests or caffeine toxins, but it happens like when your body are able to do that with time.
Right. And that's just why new symptoms come up.
And Mandy, I want you to maybe say something about carnivore, because I think this is important too, that if too much stress, it's not good in this journey. It's not.
Yeah,
well,
we kind of in some videos talked about that, and I can talk about that a little bit. It kind of bothers me, it kind of stresses me.
Yeah, you don't have to, but let's say in shortly that don't do anything too extreme, because if you don't have to, just because some other person say you that do that. Let's say that.
Yes, which I wish I would have. It was just too stressful on my body.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we don't have to speak about that, because that can be even,
detoxing too much.
traumatic to you to speak about that. So sorry about.
It's just. Hello. I just feel like we should just do things that don't stress us,
Yeah.
And eating foods that, even though I'm gaining weight, I needed to. I'm 5'11", and I was down to, well, this is the metric, or this is the
Americans.
What do we call? What do we use? Y'all use the metric.
Centimeters and the kilos.
Yeah, but what's it called? It's called it's not the metric. Y'all are the metric system, right? We're called the something system.
I don't know.
It's called something.
Yeah. But I like to learn inches. What is that? How you say how tall you are? Because I like to learn that in American way.
Damn it, Crumpet. Yeah, I'm 5'11".
5'11". So that is 100 and
hold on.
Is it 100 and almost 80 centimeters?
5'11", and it's wait.
Yes, Jaakko said it's probably because you have caffeine stored in your body and it's beginning to melt. Yeah, that can cause the new symptoms for those restored caffeine toxins when they try to melt, for sure too.
Yeah. Yes.
Reiki Raymond said about 180 centimeters. Okay, good, Reiki Raymond.
Right. 180, thank you. Yeah. So y'all are centimeters. We're feet and inches.
Feet inches.
But what are we called? I'm having a brain fart. I know. What is our system called?
What is Mandy's American systems called?
Hold on.
Reiki Raymond said 5'11" is 180 centimeters. How tall I am? Like I'm 160 centimeters. So
I think you're 5'6".
5'6". That sounds good. I like that.
It is, because you can wear heels and still be like really tall, like 5'6", 5'7". Maybe in 5'11", I'm kind of a giant for a woman. my husband's 6'6".
You are like a model tall. Models are like that tall.
Yeah. My husband's 6'6". He's biggin'. He's really tall. So that's what's that? 6'6" in centimeters. Let's see.
We still use inches to measure screen size. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, you're tall, Mandy. Weird American system. Annie, Google it. Yeah, I can Google it.
My husband is 198.12 centimeters. The imperial, yeah. We just say, yeah, we don't even say it though. We don't say, oh, our imperial system, like y'all say the metric system.
Yes.
We just say, Ani, did you hear me? My husband's 198 centimeters.
Ah, wow, that's really tall. That's really
Yeah.
tall.
So I can wear heels with him, but heels hurt
It
my feet, even
says
though they're
like
sexy.
United States customary system. Customary system. No, this says this is. It says that it's United States customary system, and it's based on old British imperialic system.
Where are you reading? Oh, you're reading that. I thought that was a comment. I'm like, I don't see.
No, I'm watching. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, things are big in America. We're biggins.
So you have inches, you
Not
have
everybody.
foot, you have inches, foot, yard, miles. It's how
Because
you
here,
measure how tall it's. But when we measure weight, it's units, pounds, ounce, pounds, and short ton. What is the
yeah,
short
see, we're
ton?
pound. I don't know. So yeah, we're pounds. We're like I don't even want to say how big I am now, but I was 132 pounds, and now
I'm fattest that I have ever been now.
me
I'm
too.
like
Me too.
58 kilos. Like but I don't care that because I like to be like I know that it's gonna go where it's I don't still look very fat, but it's the biggest that I have been
No,
in this.
you're 100. You're only 127 pounds.
Yeah, but it's like because I'm short, so it's like
Wait, are you 5'6" or are you 5'4"? Wait, how
I'm
many inches are you? I mean, how many
160 centimeters.
centimeters to
I don't know if that's like
feet? Oh my gosh, you're only 5'2"?
what. Oh my gosh, it's
You
not
are shorter than I
normal.
thought you were. No, I thought you were 5'6". You're itty bitty. You're so
Yeah.
petite.
Yes. Short.
That's not
Short.
bad.
Short and fat now. Then not too bad,
No,
but
it's still no.
not fat,
I don't know
but
why I thought.
not my normal. My normal is about 55 kilos. Sorry that we are talking about weight, but this is for the women's. This is something that you speak in a
It
lot.
is because
You speak
you
a
could
lot.
get because I was so skinny. Let me show you. I was so skinny. I had no booty, right? And I was worried. And then now I've gained all this weight. And I mean, that's not a lot, but like,
No, it's not a lot.
but for me, I'm happy about it. I'm
it's a good
happy.
weight for the the right.
I'm happy because Mandy can give any piggyback right. Yeah. I know because one day we're gonna meet and we're gonna be so cute because I'm gonna be like the giant. You're just like so petite.
What the? No, you are not the
Yeah,
giant.
5'2.5". Okay. Okay.
Piggyback ride. Yeah, piggyback
So
ride
this
would
is
be the nice.
we'll do a photo, a piggyback photo.
Yeah.
This is important because
You could gain 10 kilos more. No. I sure couldn't.
okay, so I'm 5'11" and I weigh 175 now, and I don't want pounds. And that I need to be like 160.
Annie said that how tall in centimeters I am 160 used to be 163. Mandy, you
Thank
look
you.
good. You both do. Thank you,
Thank you. Well,
Annie.
and I
Annie, you
appreciate that.
too.
But when I was 132 at 5'11", I was like kind of excited because I wanted to lose weight. But that was too skinny. I was like, if I get into the 120s, I'm going to be worried. And I mean, it was bad. Not bad, but I was so worried, And then I was always told, don't worry. Taylor would
And
always tell me, don't
this
worry.
is something that of course when you have really bad symptoms, I wasn't like weight was the tiniest problem in this journey. Like I couldn't care
Right,
less
yeah.
when I would be at. But then like when you get back to like more healed, you of course you wanna look good. Like everybody wants to look like not fat, at least I think. So
Yeah.
then if you still are having a like cortisol belly, like which is really common in this journey, or cortisol hips, which is all about the stress and healing from the stress, because when you are in stress state, your body is not like
Yeah.
what is that? Losing weight. It cannot do because it's restoring. But that's why it's something that we speak, because so many people also are worried about themselves, that they message me that, oh, I used to was really good shape and now I quit caffeine and the drugs and I'm like getting
Exactly.
fat.
Exactly.
Or
It could
some
be up or
people too
down.
thin.
And I mean, in the beginning when I was so skinny, the reason why I was worrying about it is because I was so tall and I looked sick. Like, and people knew something was wrong with me. And then
Did Mandy play
I,
volleyball before?
no, I wasn't really good at sports. Basketball, volleyball. I wish I would have been better at sports, but I wasn't athletic in that way, probably because of the Cokes I was on, swear. Cokes and chocolate. I did not
Cokes and
eat
chocolate, I was
well.
too. I
I
was,
didn't eat very well, and I just wasn't aggressive enough. All the girls, they're very aggressive. I was afraid of like the ball. And I know it was anxiety now,
yep.
but I was on drill team and I had really pretty high kicks and um yeah, I was a dancer, but I was still kind of awkward in my dancing a
No,
little bit just
you
because of
are
my body.
perfect. Like, not everybody has to be like
Yeah.
interested
See,
in sport.
that's my old, and
No.
that's what I was talking yesterday in my video. That's like my old language, my old
Yeah.
beliefs and stuff that I've been saying to myself, which we should all just say we're beautiful and
Yes,
wonderful, and
as we are.
it's all looks anyway. Um, but yeah, I was so thin, it was worrying me because people already thought something was wrong with me because I wasn't, coming out and about. Like, I'd walk my dog, I'd have to like put a jacket around my butt because it was just nothing. I mean, it was like I just felt sickly, like I had a disease. So I like that I started gaining weight, but now I'm at a point where it's like, because I'm
Mm.
piggy wiggy, like I love to eat, which I think is so important because our
Piggy.
body needs
You piggy
those
wiggy.
nutrients. Piggy
I
wiggy.
love piggy.
Our our body needs all those nutrients. I think it's important. I think this is such a cool thing to talk about right now
Mm.
because
This is
we are,
what kind of problems we have now. Not pretty
yeah,
big
we're like, oh, I've
problems.
gained weight. Like,
Mm.
and it'll all, and
And
once, because we can't really, because either one of us can really work out yet, even though
no.
I can walk way further. But once we can, which is coming up, and we can't wait to be able to talk about that in the next year or whatever,
Yes.
that's when everything's really going to like level out. We're going to start building muscle, and we're going to be like, our body's going to change even more.
And
Because
that's when I
something with,
feel that I'm 100% when I'm able to do it all. That's
yeah,
before
me
that
too.
I'm not 100% before my energy levels go back to, and it's all about that
Same.
HPA-axis too, like that stress tolerance. That's what it's all
Yeah.
about for me now. Like, I still don't handle like really high stress, but I'm okay with the normal, like walking, and I have physical work here.
Same.
I'm not like sitting all day here. I have to do woods and getting the woods and like warm the house and getting the snow work and something physical every day. But I'm not still able to, go in the gym and push there. Little workouts are okay, but not too much. Krampus sanoo,
Same.
here in Pohjanmaa, Texas, we drink. Yes, he's Finnish for sure. Pohjanmaa, Texas.
Texas.
Pohjanmaa, Texas. It's Finnish, Texas.
I don't even know what Pokemon is.
Pohjanmaa, it's in
Yeah,
Finland.
we used to
Finland.
drink too. I had this thought that like you probably get so many different types of viewers, and that
Yeah.
there could even be people that drink and like when
Yeah.
they get together. I don't know why I had this thought. They
I
get
have
together
all
every
kind
time,
of. I always say
every
everybody
time.
is welcome.
Of course, but
Mm.
I don't know why I thought of this. That maybe even people get together and every time we say the word healing or recovery or like all the neurotransmitters or nervous system, they take a
Yeah.
shot or
Anni,
something. Like,
please take into concentration that you are now also a bit older, which definitely affects energy levels. Yeah, I know that, but I still know that I'm healing too, because I know some people who have been on this journey before me, and those who are really athletic persons, and they already, like, they had also like this fatigue tiredness up till 5 years.
oh yeah, I have it
So
too. It's not, and I'm
so
older than
but
you.
of course I get it, like I'm over 40, and this
No,
year I'm 42, but I still I know what it's like, because it's almost, I can feel my, it's about the
oh yeah,
HPI axis, the stress, but
Yeah, it's like
Good
a
comment.
it's like an agitation. No, that's a good comment, but I kind of disagree because has Mandy seen the movie Susu? No. What is
Yeah,
that?
that's really violent Finnish movie, the Sisu. I did put one trailer to you, and you almost get panic attack once. Like you said, don't put it. Like then I shouldn't have that put that out. It's
Oh,
really
I did?
violent. Yeah, it was then when you were coming out of the wave and stuff. Like I
Oh
shouldn't have put
God.
that for you. Yeah, it's very violent. It's
Oh.
Finnish. Like I don't even want to watch that anymore after.
So why is this why Kamar Ramari, why are you
Reiki
I'm
Ray.
butchering your name, sorry. Rakari
Reiki Raymond. Reiki.
Rakery Raymond. Why are you asking me that?
Maybe that's because
Um,
it's very Finnish war movie.
oh, okay. So, but about the getting older, I think that see that's like something that people just don't understand that we should have more energy even though we're older. Like some of the things that we just think it's the life we were dealt or because we're getting older. I really do still think it's part of healing too, because I'm what 4 years older than you, 4.5 years older than
Mm.
you, Ani, and we're the same. Like
Yeah,
we both started having the trauma, the emotion stuff coming up. Um, we both have that workout intolerance where
yeah.
I can walk more, but I still can't. And but here's another thing, just to give because we're saying something that people might not want to hear. I have a friend who is
Hi, Molly McCarby.
um, I have a friend who is 15 months ahead of me, 12 months ahead of Ani, and she up to her 5 years, like right around five and a half, that's when she could start working out more. And she's 40. She just turned 40. Since
Yeah.
I thought you wondered what the finished Texas looks like, I think the movie shows it very well. Oh, okay. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
I met a guy who was drug-induced akathisia, and he made a video with AI describing akathisia. It triggered my PTSD. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, and
yeah.
sometimes it's good to like when we watch those videos, those can be triggering. Like I do
Yeah.
get that. For me, at least, that's why I don't watch a lot of like other people's stories. Oh, it doesn't do that anymore. But when I was healing, I it just could trigger sometimes.
Right, me too. It's all just we just can get in our heads and then the body kind of reacts with the stress hormones.
And then we start to
But
think that oh, what I'm not if I'm not gonna heal and all that, you're gonna just rumble in
yeah,
your head.
ugh, it's all part. We all ask those
It's
questions 1,000 times, a
we
thousand
yeah,
times.
and it's
But
normal.
my friend who's doing so much better and she can work out now, it was kind of up and down for her up until 5.5. And
Yes.
of course she was more functional and do kind of like with us. I mean, it was
Yeah.
very similar. So and she is just doing so well. And she just turned 40. So we're pretty all much kind of roughly the same age in our
Yeah.
40s. I'm a
Little bit
little,
younger
ooh,
than us, but really same kind of like journey.
very similar.
Mm.
And it's so inspiring because she says, this is what she says. She says that she runs circles around people at her job and she's a waitress. And she
Wow.
says that she's so calm that people tell her, like, you're so calm and they're all drinking. You know how it is in the service industry. I used to be in the service industry. We would get lit, but
Mm.
is that even the word to use anymore? Lit? I don't know. We would get crazy, and
Yeah.
then be hungover and have to have all the caffeine in the morning.
Yes.
But so they're all on caffeine and drinking, and she's says she runs circles around people. So and she's up early, and her sleep is really good. My sleep,
And
my
she
sleep
has
is
kids.
pretty.
She has little kids. Also, she can do
Just
everything.
3 dot. She is just running around, and so yeah, that helps us know because I don't think if we had that information plus the information I get from Cato that the little kinks we call them kinks, the little
Mm.
kinks that we have now, um, we would probably be like, what the heck? Like, what is this? Do I need to go
Yeah.
get my vitamin levels checked? I feel kind of tiredish today, but no,
And
it's very
we have
normal.
done that. Like we
And we
have.
have, yeah, we have. So
And so
we
so
might be thinking,
like so many people are running around in this journey taking tons of tests. Like I went doctor 2 times, but like I don't say that you don't should. I say that go if that helps you, but just know
Yeah.
also that this is normal to have tons of symptoms, and doctors just try to put you in pills probably.
Yeah.
Pills doesn't help.
And anxiety does cause yawning. Just it's a stress response. Like I used to yawn all the time. It's a stress response.
And it's good.
And
It's good. It's
yeah.
regulator. It's regulating the
Yeah,
nervous system. The yawning. Oh.
it does. It's so cool how there's these certain things that are we didn't know. I didn't know that we're regulating our own nervous system.
Yes, it's
Oh yeah,
good
I
to take
understand
that
that.
every now and then for sure. Yeah.
Anivon, where are you in your journey? I forget.
How many months you are Annie now benzo free? Annie's benzo free, not caffeine free, but benzo free. She's done amazing journey
That's right.
quitting benzo.
That's right. Yes.
But I don't remember how many months because sometimes I forget there is so many
Me too.
people in this journey, but I don't always remember how many months people are. But yeah, I understand. I'm afraid of needles. I did
I always knew.
faint
I was
last
too.
time that I did faint in one time in this journey when I was in this caffeine journey. I have so high anxiety. I took the blood test. I faint there. Like
Oh my gosh. I almost did. And then they told me one time I was getting my blood work and they were like, I can't get through to your vein. Like it's thick, like your blood's thick. And it made me have anxiety. I'm like, my blood's thick. Am I going to die? Dogs yawn to calm themselves. I started anxiety. You're 6 months free. Yay.
yay! Congrats for
You
that.
know what's another
That's
very calming? I hear dogs doing it and babies do it. It's like the 2 breaths in, one long breath out. It's like
yes, yeah.
it's very calming to the parasympathetic. It triggers the parasympathetic.
Yawning for
Kelsey talks about that.
dog is calming signal. It's calming signal when
Yeah,
they do that
it is so calming.
for us too.
And I was yawning when I was doing my internship this past spring of 2024. I was yawning a lot because I was very stressed working there. And the owner would always say, you need to get your vitamins checked. I'm like, no, I don't need to
That's
get
so
my
weird because when I was studying back in that TRE, that trauma and tension, what is that theory? Tension and trauma releasing exercise instructor, which I have to stop because this journey. But I was learning a lot about trauma, how it restores the body, and how we can release that with shaking. But also we did learn that yawning, you can actually start to do this yawning yourself. Like you can just this also regulates your nervous system, and they teach yawning now in these courses. They teach that to people, and people pay that they can learn to yawn. But when we were in the school and we were maybe yawning, teacher could say, no, don't sleep there. And then maybe we were okay, we have to take coffee or something. I don't say that was the cause, but the yawning itself, it doesn't mean that it's bad. It's not bad.
Yeah,
it's
no.
like the
nervous no, it makes so much sense that my body was doing it extra when I was in the internship at the massage. Well, it was a chiropractor clinic, and they were having me doing because I had massage experience, and they were having the other internship was like cleaning the tables or the other intern was cleaning the tables and stuff, and I was like literally doing the work, the massage work, and the.
Oh my god!
So I was proud of myself for doing it, but then I was only there for like 3 hours a day, but it was a little bit too much for me. But I was happy because I wanted to be able to do it the year before.
You did good because I couldn't even have done that kind of stuff. So you did good. You did good.
Yeah.
I was so scared that my head never works. Like that is so cool when you are able to start to focus in this journey more, because I think my lack of concentration was really big issue long time, and my short-term memory, that now it's getting better. My memory is still getting better, but I was just like, everything was just hustle because my head was never normal. And some people doesn't have these head symptoms so much. Some people can have more physical pains or whatever, but for me, this was all kind of.
Yeah. I just feel like I could just really tell, like when I made my video yesterday and I was a little nervous, it was like the adrenaline. I could just tell it was like the adrenaline.
Yeah, why do you drink
so much?
Yeah.
I mean,
yes.
I understand what I said in my video yesterday. We talk about a lot, like people are doing certain substances because they have certain things that I
Crap.
think people consume. I think people consume substances because they can't consume substances because they can't control or handle their emotions. That's what I think.
Krampus, how old you were? Because I know that
Yeah.
you make fun
He
of
might
that
be in
last
his
life that you are 47, but are
oh,
you really? I think you are maybe a young person,
right, like in his 20s or something.
or maybe even
And
under.
Crumpus, do you work? Like what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, we are interested. You don't have to share, of course. I understand that.
Right, right,
Mm,
right. Of course. We're just messing. You're messing
mm,
with us, so we mess.
yeah,
Or messing.
uh,
I don't even know if that's the right word.
meshing. Yeah, I was updating my CV today, watching YouTube, texting, and talking simultaneously today. Whoop! Wow, Annie, you got this good. You are able to work.
Yes.
I'm just so
Yes.
excited for you and really happy. That's how it goes. We
Well,
do heal. No matter bench free journey, caffeine free journey, whatever journey you are, you
yeah,
just need to
we
keep
do.
going.
We do. And that motivation, the dopamine, it's so important to understand the dopamine aspect because it really. So I have a loved one who's quitting substances, cutting down and quitting, and they're in kind of like that depressed state. And it's so hard. It's so hard to watch. I'm thankful that I went through it to understand. Um, but that it's so just to see that because I wanted to go get something to eat earlier and they just didn't even want to do that. And I'm like, oh, I remember not
Yeah.
caring about anything fun.
Yes. Same.
And I'm like, but it's food. But I remember I'm like, oh yeah, let me think. Okay, so the last like year and a half, I've been so excited. Food is like dopamine.
Yeah.
But okay, 3.5 years before that, or whatever, 3 years before that, I didn't care. I just ate to eat. I had to eat. I knew
Mm.
I had to eat, so that's why I ate. But it wasn't. There was no dopamine attached to it. I don't think.
Yeah.
And so I just remember just seeing him going through it. I'm like, wow. Just from quitting alcohol, I'm like, nothing's fun, nothing's exciting. He's like, why get up today? And
Yeah. Even
and do
making my
anything.
bed was hard. Like even
Oh,
like
I didn't
I
even
didn't want.
make a bed.
Yeah, I didn't want to get up or like even taking a shower. Like everything was just hard.
Taking a shower. I
Oh
mean, I think
my.
I went like 3, 4, 5 days without showering.
Yeah, it's like.
Um, Changing my clothes, just wearing, and people can lose that lack of self-care. It's very
Mm.
normal, very
Yeah.
normal,
It comes
but it
back.
comes but it
I
comes back.
remember I was so worried that who is Annie when I watched my old photos? Like, where is that girl? Why I cannot connect that girl?
Yeah,
I felt that everything was taken away from me. But then now, when I'm starting to have myself back, it's better than that one. Like, it's the better updated version because it's not you are not in drugs anymore. So it's kind of like even more cool when you
exactly.
start to recover. You are like, wow, new discovery
Same,
who you are. Like,
same. I'll look at
mm.
myself and go, "There you are."
Yeah, there
But
you.
yeah, it's like you were always there. That's how much the anxiety lies. Because I will go back and look at photos from the last 4.5 years. Because I did reach 4.5 years December 25th. I don't because we haven't made a video
Yay!
that day. Yeah. So
Congrats.
Um, thank you. And I think that this last like 6 months, this next 6 months will be some stuff going on. And then I'm really curious to see what it's like going to be like in June at my 5, where I'm at with my workout and talk. Because I can just tell even in the last 6 months how I can walk further than what I could before.
Yeah.
Just with walking, it feels
Mm.
very good. I couldn't walk far. I couldn't. It was so bad.
Yeah.
I'd get dizzy, heart palpitations, just weird feeling. Yeah, it was really
I
so.
either I just did it. I had to do some things, but I don't. If I would have to go through this again, which I really hope that I don't, I wouldn't go with the exercise so much because I just didn't
Yeah,
know. I just was pushing too
right.
hard myself to do some things that was just stressing
Yeah,
me too much. In
yeah.
mm,
I knew it felt so weird, and I just didn't push it because I just couldn't, but I tried, and then
Mm.
it would happen when I tried to work out. It would make my intrusive thoughts flare up bad. If I did anything, if I cleaned the toilet or I went and watered the plants, my intrusive thoughts were just like really, really, really bad. That does not even the memory of the memory of the memory are there, but I have some things that just kind of try to sneak in, but it's so different. I can't even explain how different it is. If there's
Yeah.
anybody that has intrusive thoughts, it's just but they would be really sticky and flared up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we pretty
All right.
much.
Yeah,
Oh
we
wait,
have. Okay, let's say that talking about shower,
okay.
our water heater broke and it's fixed Thursday, so we don't have warm water. We can shower in
Oh.
neighbor front. Yes. What do you like about yourself that came as a new? I only drink water to
Mm,
hydrate and milk to keep my bones healthy. No juice at all. Yes, Trakey Rain. That's cool.
yeah.
I also drink raw milk. What we
Mm,
like ours. Do you want to go first,
you can
Mandy?
go. You can
Yeah,
go.
we can. I can go. Okay, so like if I understand it right, how I like my new self. Like, is it that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like that I'm more like that childlike way. That if I have really good ideas, like my head goes like di 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 di, and I want to like create stuff, and I don't have that intrusive forms of thoughts that I always had before since I was maybe 9 or 8. That I was always worried about something or that my thoughts are wrong because I had a lot of those intrusive thoughts. Like I remember when I was a little kid, I had thoughts that I will hurt my dog, and I was really scared about those thoughts. That why would I ever hurt my dog? Like what is wrong with me? And then when I was in the
Mm,
therapy, it didn't really fix things because all we did that we speak that intrusive thoughts are just normal, and but no, they just wanted to give me pills. But so I'm really excited that I don't have those, or if I do, it's just some silly thought sometimes that does this contain caffeine or something like that. But I know that
yeah.
it's not. And then I'm excited about this peaceful feeling and that I have motivation, which is really, really nice. Yeah, natural energy that I have. Feels natural and not like caffeinated. I was always like hyped. Even I didn't know at the time, but I was almost like when I start my day with caffeine, I was like I don't even know how to explain, but now it feels like calm and natural. Same time, calm and natural. And then I think I'm just more better person overall when I'm more calm. I
Oh yeah.
don't know. That's my
Yeah.
best thing.
That's nice. Yeah. Wow. That's a lot of good improvements. Um, I have so many too because all the years, being affected just like you and having intrusive thoughts. And mine popped up around 11, 12, like around my period. I think, I did have OCD type stuff, I think around like fourth, fifth grade. So probably like 8, 9, 10, where I couldn't step on cracks. Or I think I heard that from somebody or something. And I would do this thing in my mind where I would like go over the crack and then I'd have to go backwards. And then if I went over the other crack in my mind, I would go forwards, like weird stuff like that. And I would make this like kind of tickly noise, and I had to
Mm.
do it. It was almost like a obsession where I was like, I would
Yes.
get stuck doing
It's,
this.
it's
And then my dad would,
kornutusääni in Finnish.
what is that in English?
Kornutusääni. It's like, I don't know.
It was like a tickle. But I didn't know. Here's the thing,
I don't
because my
know.
mouth was closed, I didn't think that because I could only hear. I thought I could only hear it in my head, and I was doing it around my dad one time. And he's like, "What are you doing?" And when he said that, I stopped. I think I stopped doing it.
Yeah.
So stuff like that I don't even. And then the intrusive
Is it like
thoughts
this?
were kind of yeah. You can like kind of tickle the back of your throat with it.
Weird.
See,
Yeah, I
I don't even have
remember.
to move my mouth
It's frog. Yes. Wow.
like a
You
frog.
could
Yeah.
be at that entertainer, the stomach speaker. Hi all. Hey, waves. When did the trauma of the experience go away? Um,
Yeah. Okay. So I'll get to that. Well, okay, I'll just finish. So I know
yeah,
I talk a lot.
yeah. Take your time.
So the intrusive thoughts like that are just not even, they just don't even come up. It's so weird. It's so cool, like how everything's more positive. And if they do, the memory of it tries to pop up, like, oh yeah, I used to think like that. It just kind of, I don't want, I think, and I was told this, and this is what's happening more and more. We only want to think about positive things. We have more control of where we want our thoughts to go. So sometimes we can be sad or we can feel something if we want to. But like the other day, my dog passed away 2.5 years ago. And the other day I was thinking about her and I just didn't want to be sad. I just didn't want to think about her. And so I just didn't. It
Yeah,
doesn't mean I don't love her. I just didn't want to be sad. But sometimes I do. And then I'll think about her and I'll cry a little bit and I'll let it out. And it's very normal. But I have control over it. That's the thing. Like when we have the high anxiety, we don't have control. It feels
yeah.
like we don't, we feel like more out of control and that scares us. And then we just like, oh,
Hmm.
but so that feels very good and very natural. And then just things like my motivation, just very natural. Like I said that in my video yesterday, it was all me. Like when I had to bring in the plants, instead of it being a drug induced kind of energy and like motivation, it was very natural, excited, creative kind of motivation. We are very strange. All I was doing was bringing in plants, but it just felt from the cold and it just felt very normal and natural and good. Like I was accomplishing something.
Oh,
And it just was like, boom, dopamine from accomplishing. And as I was doing it, it felt really good. I'm very patient. I'm so much more patient and calm, especially like what I was saying earlier about with other people and the boundaries with them. I don't feel like butt hurt when somebody tells me no.
mm,
Um, just it feels like everything is just coming together with things like that, not biting the nails and just calm. And that tiredness that I feel now, it's more like a calm where I just kind of want to not be lazy, but just relax because I couldn't before. I couldn't find comfort in
yes.
anything, laying on the couch, laying in the bed. Everything was so agitating and weird and
Yeah,
scary. And now it's like I can enjoy just being. And so sometimes I just want to be and I don't want to do because we're human beings, not human
mm,
doings. I love that saying. But then there's times where I'm like, I need to get out of the house. And then I go and I drive to my mom's and we go to lunch or I helped her move all this last two
yeah,
months. I was helping her with that. So just and being able to do that and helping her with boxes and I can drive to the beach and I love going. I can stay there by myself. There's so many things. But then
and that's a
also when did the trauma of the experience go away? So yeah, the trauma probably it's been it's been slowly fading this last like year and a half. Um
yeah.
and
For
it's just like I think of what we were both saying at the beginning of the video because like the video I made yesterday, I forgot. It's like I'm talking the way that I am now, and then I forget that people that are going through
yeah,
this still could be watching it, and it's like my
yeah,
language is different. I can tell, and it's like
yeah,
it's not that I don't have empathy because it's like oh yeah, I do remember, and I have to really think about like
yeah,
oh that feels like it happened to somebody else,
yeah.
it,
So it started to,
like a
for me
nightmare.
at least, like that last half year. I still had this emotional stuff going on, but I really like
Yeah,
was over. Like I don't think about, like, if I don't speak with this, I don't really always even remember. I, of course, I
yeah,
remember because I have this YouTube channel, but it's not like
yeah.
you just want to focus other things, and
Yeah, you
it
start to move
fades.
forward instead of backwards because even the stuff that's popping up or new things are coming up, you just hope there's a time where you just hope that this all goes away. You're just hoping. And then you get to a place where you accept more. And then you
Mm.
get to a place where you're really there.
Yeah, and you start to live instead of worrying. Like you start to be in present of the moment.
Yeah.
Like mm.
Yeah. And then I think for us, for girls, with our symptoms and our cycle and stuff, we still have our kinks that we talk
Yeah.
about,
Yeah,
which
during the
can be,
periods we can have weird stuff still, but it's not anything like woo 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 woo. Like when
yeah.
I always say that after that bad wave, 35 months for me, where I went back to the beginning, as you all say. Even it's not back to the beginning, it's just like a healing. But after that, it's been a lot of mini waves, windows, all kind of stuff, but nothing like that. Nothing.
Yeah, that was 2 years. October of last year was 2 years for me, and then this month
From
was
the
the month that was
wave,
coming
from
out
the wave.
from the big
Yeah.
wave, the tsunami wave that felt JLTB, just like that's what I would say for the 3-4 months I was in it. JLTB, just like the beginning.
And for me, when I hit the 5, I will hit the 5 in April then, because it was me around like almost like 3 years. Then it will be like 2 years from that.
It'll be your 2 years. Yeah, because you were after me. Hello.
Hi, Christopher. But yeah, let's take the last questions. I'm sure that Mandy, you also wanna go, and of course I will put the link on Mandy's new channel. So please subscribe that, and that will be really exciting. And maybe one day, Mandy, you will take me as your guest in your channel. Who knows, if you want?
Yeah, absolutely.
And maybe other quests. Who knows? Did you felt same, and did you tell people what you were going? This is good question, Anni. Yes. So I can go first. Yeah, I did tell. I sure did tell. For my, I'm a little bit like weird person. Like I was really telling that I quit caffeine, and this is all from that pretty soon, because I knew that when I get the information, and I did get the information that caffeine can do that I was really passionate about this. Like I started to really put my mind studying into what caffeine does and all that. But did the people understand? No. I was feeling really much shamed. This ex-boyfriend who I'm living with still, and we are really good friends still, able to live together, but it was really hard to have a relationship during this journey, because I was just fucked up and couldn't do anything. And but he did understand, because he did quit caffeine same time than me, even he still smokes cigarettes, but he was really empathic, and that was for my, I don't know if I would have survived without him, honestly, because I couldn't work, so I have get financial help from the government and from my family. I have to have that. So yeah, I felt a lot of shame. And then when I tried to tell some people, they are like, no, it's no way caffeine can do that. But I was like, yes, it can. And then I did make my channel, and look at me now. Look at me now. Yeah.
Telling them,
Yeah.
I told you so.
I'm gonna do some rap music about this. Yes. I will. I will. But yeah, it was hard. Hell of a hard.
It's so hard. Oh, again, it's like, did that happen to somebody else? Especially seeing my loved one going through it's not falling off the mountain. I wouldn't want them to fall. Obviously, wouldn't want them to fall off the mountain. Get the I have anxiety, completely non-functional. And it's still hard for them, and they haven't even fallen off the mountain, And just looking back on it all, and just trying to convince everybody, all my loved ones, just trying to, it's so hard to convince. And it was like, I was like a broken record, and I did have really good information. And for my mom, I think it was really hard too. My mom quit a year after me, and then she didn't go through the high anxiety. She had symptoms for sure. And she always thinks it's physical. She goes to the doctor 4 or 5 times. She'll have certain stuff, and she'll go to the doctor. I'm like, Mom, I know it's part of your healing, but she doesn't have it. She's 79. She doesn't have a period. So, and I talk about that a lot. So that was kind of difficult, because she's like, well, I don't have what you have, like, hello, like, why are you saying that to me? Like, that makes me feel terrible.
Yep.
But she's like, but I know, but what I went through was hard enough, but she never had anxiety or PMS on caffeine. She just had cramps with her period. I had the emotional turmoil stuff, because that's how I was affected.
Yes.
But she had things like acid reflux. I didn't. I had intestinal, the ulcerative colitis and the IBS, but I did not have acid reflux. I did a little bit in the recovery process. I would get it and be like, oh,
I did have that a lot.
And I did have gastritis the first like 4 or 5 months, but So there was, I don't know if it was shame that I felt when people didn't understand, but it was frustration. But the shame was coming up when this last like year and a half with all when my emotions
Mm-hmm.
resurface, and I would feel shame about my past and my drinking and my
Yeah.
behaviors,
Yes.
and a lot of shame and a lot of guilt
Mm-hmm.
coming up. And that is so normal. And that's why we talk about the emotions right now. You know,
Yeah.
you've made videos about that.
Mm.
And I pretty much kind of talked about that yesterday with the behaviors and stuff. But that's what it is. Sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, I am feeling so much shame about everything. And it's so
Me
normal.
too.
And
Me too.
the emotions coming up is really part of it. It's part of the post acute withdrawal. It is. It's like I really do believe it's the last kind of steps until,
Sometimes I even think that what if I would go in some kind of workplace and I would say that I couldn't have done work in 4 years because of I quit caffeine. Like I wonder what
yeah,
people
they'd
would
be
be
like,
like.
what?
What? That's how important this work what we have done and are doing is so important. Even I know that it's not a lot of value in this moment, but I bet when we are over
Yeah.
50s, which is pretty soon, um, this
Yeah.
work is gonna get out there. It's gonna
Yeah.
someday or another because caffeine industry it's the most money making industry. It makes more money than even gun industry or some other big industries at the moment.
Multi multi-billionaire,
So
yeah, for sure.
they don't want this kind of information coming out.
No.
That's why they want to keep people sick. But
Yeah.
we are doing.
And we never, like we were, like I was asked in the beginning of this video, you know, when did you find out? And it's like, really not until I quit and started and stayed quit and started to heal from all the shit that I had before. And then the exacerbation of the severity of the anxiety that and the symptoms while recovering in the beginning. And just even being at my internship last spring, what I was talking about a little while ago, and hit me yawning and just having so many symptoms. I felt like I needed to take up for myself. So I had to tell them all about what I knew. And it was exhausting. And they were probably like,
Yeah.
you're crazy. No one gets it. And they're like, oh, yeah, okay, I get it. And you're doing so good and all this and that. But I just felt like I had to tell people what I knew, what was happening,
Mm-hmm.
because that was my thing. Like that was my thing to talk about what I was going
Yeah.
through and to try to convince people. But then I started realizing that that was a behavior that I had.
What is your channel? Yeah, I will link that also here in the chat. Wait a second. Multimap
Oh
Garmex.
yeah.
So I will
Hey, McGork.
Garmig. How would they say that? I will just find it here. Why can I not find it here? I have to find it.
I like your positive attitude, Anthony Vaughn. I don't
Yeah.
know. I just I just it being an internship, and just the way that my personality was, but that's what I was saying, and that was so important about my video yesterday, even though it was very long-winded. It's the behavior of me, like that part. That's not necessarily caffeine recovery stuff. That's
Yeah.
part of an old behavior
Yeah.
pattern that I needed to
So there
prove
is Mandy's
myself.
channel in the chat now. So
Oh,
subscribe, people.
thank you. That
Yes.
that's part of a behavior of me trying to prove myself, get validation from others.
Yeah.
But but I'm recovering from that too now. Like there will come a time where I don't do that, but it's all connected to the recovery of this the addiction stuff and the behavior, that type of behavioral stuff. But also I'm seeing all those other behaviors unraveling, and I'm
Yeah.
seeing that more and more. And so that's why this journey can look different for people too. Yes, thank you so much for sharing that, and
Mm-hmm.
thank you for asking about it too. Um, That's why I think it's so important to share that part of it, because we do all have different behaviors for whatever
Yeah.
reason. And so, like, for me, going to a job and explaining myself, even my job I had this past summer doing massage, I get stuck talking in the waiting room, because I would have breaks in between. And it's almost like a nervous thing, but I think it's a behavioral thing too, where I just start talking, but then I'm like, oh, I don't like that. I don't like sharing like that. So because I don't like it, that behavior will process out because I'm free from substances.
Yeah.
So cool.
So cool. And I also feel like I just, because I'm almost sometimes I'm too honest, and that's what I have to
Yeah.
be, want to, at least now when I'm social media, I don't want to just share everything. Some things I just want to keep in private, but what comes to me and my life, and I mean with other people, I don't want to share other person's stuff because that's not even polite. But what comes to my own journey, I sure was sharing everybody that I quit caffeine, and it did fucked up my life. Like it did really fucked up me, and it because of caffeine and what it does, and because I could throw you 1 hour of pure science how caffeine restores in your body, but people would be like, wow. And they don't like, that's
Yeah.
why it's like I put that science in my Discord, and there is a Discord group. If you are new to my channel, you can check out there is a lot of information that I share. But the first thing I always say, when you can try this yourself, and not just 1 week, 2 weeks, 2 months that people are making those videos, quit year or two and quit all caffeine
And see.
and see.
Yeah.
And that's where
And
the journey
don't,
goes on.
and see, and then don't go back. And thank you, Yvonne, for subbing yesterday. Again, thank you. Because so many people, that's another thing too. So like, wait, give it everything, but stay off of, no one's doing that. Hardly, I should say no one. There's so many people that are not free from all of it, giving it time, staying free, and not going back. Like around 3-4 years, so many people go back to something.
2 years, three
And
years,
we're
people go back. Lot of 2 years, 3 years,
so
one
many
year.
on something,
Mm-hmm.
chocolate, alcohol, weed,
Yeah.
cigarettes, whatever, nicotine. So you and I, and to toot our own, I'm going to toot our horns here. We have stayed completely free. And there's other people too. And those are the people that are in the same boat as us, kind
And
of.
that's why we have symptoms.
Yeah. Because if we were
And
to go back to chocolate right now,
no, we were like, journey will stop. You are back to drug little by little. The detox will stop. Everything will stop if you go back to chocolate.
yeah, we would
No,
be
it's
super,
caffeine.
super fun. We would be working out.
And with chocolate, there is also the theobromine, which byproducts, it's kind of like methyl theobromine, and there is own byproduct journey with that. And if you are interested, you can study that too. But chocolate contains caffeine. Yeah, it's caffeine.
Sure.
So
Absolutely. We would have our aches and pains that we sometimes get around our cycle would be numbed out. So yeah, the continued healing, all these emotions that are coming out now would be, they'd be there. They try to surface and then they get stuck essentially. Now that's what I was saying yesterday. I love it. It was cycling,
yes,
processing in, and now it's cycling out. When it's cycling out, processing out instead of cycling through, I think sometimes I get that backwards, but it's cycling out, processing out. um, it can be painful. It can be frustrating,
yes. But it will. You will all
but
get
it's part
there.
of it and it's essential.
By the way, I requested from doctor to mark that they are not allowed to give me benzos.
Oh,
Yes,
important.
very important. I am scared to benzos. Like I don't want to never take those. I don't like. Also, like I just don't. There are so many horrible, like the stories that benzos does. Like or any
Oh, yeah.
medicines. If I don't have to, like SSRIs, all those,
Or
or
even
of course vaccines are those the most that I'm scared. But
antibiotic scares me.
yeah, and antibiotics can do a lot. Like that's why I just always say that, and I have these warnings. Maybe some people can think that, oh, that's so weird. Why I have so intense warnings in my Discord that don't take supplements and don't take this and that. But it's because they can really cause, and it's not mean that it does for everyone if you take some kind of supplements. But that's why I put that, because I don't wanna cause any more harm to anyone, and I don't take those. So it's just like a warning.
Yeah, I don't either.
Or
We just
meds, or
learned no meds. I mean, how cool is that? We don't take any supplements. We're not on any mind altering drugs.
yeah,
We have not relapsed on anything, and we're the same. Like we are so similar.
yeah,
Same with my friend I was talking about earlier. She's not on anything, and her journey's been very similar, and she's doing so good, like so
yeah,
good, so exciting. Because we're doing better, you know, it's
yeah,
better, better, better. It keeps getting better, and she's just really thriving,
yeah.
and
Slowly,
that's really how.
slowly. And like I said, I will
It's,
do then my 5 years up. I know that I was a little bit pissed in that one video that I'm gonna don't do any before. But
oh no,
I was just pissed because I had that emotional wave going on, and I was pissed also because people doesn't believe me, and that sometimes we are human beings. So that's why I was frustrated. But it's not your fault. It's not people's fault. It's just like my own own messy road that I still
yeah,
wanna do the updates, of course,
yeah,
for you.
and that's the thing about me starting my channel. I was so scared about. Well, not scared. I don't even think I knew that I was. That if I do get some type of negative comment, it's gonna just ruin my day. And that's so
Mm.
important to just know that it's their opinion and all that.
Yes. It's just people. People
But
can have their opinion.
and they can, yeah.
Yeah.
And so like even yeah, it's just all a behavioral thing.
I'm on
That's
antibiotics because my teeth got inflamed. Wow, destroyed my teeth. Anyway, sorry, I'm holding on. No, Annie, it's nice. Nice that you are here. And I hope your teeth will get better. Thank you.
oh,
Yes.
yeah, I've
Sorry
heard
that you
that with the
have to
teeth.
take those
Right,
antibiotics.
right.
And of course, sometimes, like, also I say that if some person, when they reach out to me, if they get too suicidal, of course it's difficult for me to tell if I don't do one-on-one calls with them. If I do one-on-one calls, I'm pretty good to tell if I can see that person, how is that interaction like. But if I
Yeah.
don't see or anything like that, then I always say that if you are starting to feel too bad, of course, then you have to go to the ER, because I cannot tell. I don't know
Right.
how
Oh
some
yeah.
people deals with anxiety,
Right.
but just know that
It's
if you have really bizarre anxiety right now, really high wire anxiety, we did have that too, 100%.
I mean, tell again. I know we've talked about it before, but when I was in the wave and I could never say I was suicide. I could not say the word, but my brain would trick me and say that something was going to happen. So that's how it would mess with me. It was like this like loophole of like trickiness. And I was just like, nah, I mean, I want to live, I
Yeah,
swear. But it was telling me, no, no,
yeah,
this is not worth like, it was so hard.
it was.
And I remember you looking at me like, oh, but it helped. I mean, it helped.
Yeah.
And I wanted you to believe. I'm like, I swear I'm not going to do anything, but
I did believe that. And
it
and
was,
I was seeing you. That's why it's cool for interacting with you, because I was seeing you in the phone, and when you were in your wave, I was kind of able to just spend the moments with you.
I mean, like you saw it then. And that's how the beginning was, or even
Mm.
worse or somewhat better. So I just was so confused in the beginning. But that was the wave was just the tsunami wave was so confusing because I didn't know that it could get like that again.
Yeah,
We didn't know.
yeah.
And maybe because I was carnivore, it was worse.
Mm.
I'll never know because I was.
Mm.
Maybe it would have been a little more gentler, but I got through it. That's the
You
whole
got through it.
point.
That's the point. You did got
And look at
through
me
it.
now, like
Yeah, look at you now. You're so beautiful and full of life. And that's what this is gonna be for you two guys. We are hitting 2 hours with
for real.
stuff. I know that there was
Are
a
you?
lot of rumbling in the beginning with the voice and echo, but just guys know that it's not we are all we are human beings. We are not perfect in this YouTubing or whatever. So
Yeah, no.
forgive
And that's
us.
the thing. We're always about growth. Always, life
Mm.
is. about growth. We
Yeah.
all know that.
We try our best. Let's say that this is the important. We try our best, and we have
Yeah.
like Mandy. We have done our job, I think, really well with this. And now is our time also to relax and enjoy with the journey. And
Yeah. And talk about what we're feeling now, and
yeah,
that's okay. Because me starting my channel now, it's like, oh, I'm here. Like yesterday, it kind of maybe is confusing because it's like that's where I am now, but then yet I'm talking the majority of people that are still going in the beginning or going through it. So I will have to do a little, even though I've done it with you, I will make some stuff about
yes,
my
you will
story,
make your
my
own
story.
videos, and I'm excited. I will love it.
Yeah, but I think mostly I'm gonna want to talk about where I am now with like the behavioral stuff, and
Yes, I'm excited.
it's
All of
normal.
all that what you have now to share, like
I think
and
that's normal.
yeah, it's normal, and
Yeah.
you have such a knowledge that I don't have, and you know a lot of about those behaviors, and it's cool to watch those kind of videos because then I always kind of reflect myself, like, oh, this is what I'm going through. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
No, it's important to have that.
Thank you. Have a lovely rest of your
Thank you.
day.
You
Thank you,
too.
and you too, you too. And good
You
luck with the
too.
job. I'm sure you're gonna get the job. That's so amazing that you are able to ready to work. Get that work.
So good. So good.
So excited. So thank you, the chat, the viewers, and if you watch this afterwards, thank you. And sorry about the echo, echo, but it went away.
What a good chat. A good chat
What a good
today,
chat.
huh?
And thank you, Krampus. Thank you all, Multimaccormic,
Everybody.
everybody. This was good. This was good.
Thank you,
And you
and
got this
Yvonne.
good. You will heal. Give it time. A lot of time. Again, time. and
Time.
yeah. But you
It's a
got
time.
the
This is scheduled, right? This is
scheduled.
scheduled.
Yeah, think about that.
It's
There's a
it's
timeline.
like it's gonna be over when it's over. Like it for the individual, it's always just scheduled. It's really cool to think of it that way. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you, chat.
Thank
Bye. Have a nice
thank you.
evening.